Hey, good day, everybody. Hi, I'm Steve Farrell, and I'm a co-founder and the executive director of Humanities Team, and I'm here with a special broadcast, Friday, 8:30 Pacific time, 11:30 Eastern time, and of course, happy Valentine's Day. Uh, and we want to send a sonic Valentine to the Earth and all of humanity because it's not only Valentine's Day, it's World Sound Healing Day, of course, right? It's World Sound Healing Day, and that's why I'm here with these two esteemed and dear friends, Jonathan and Andy Goldman, who are the founders and directors of World Sound Healing Day, and of course this whole sound healing movement. These are leaders behind the whole global movement. So we have a very special program in store for you. This is an hour long, this particular broadcast, but this is going on all day long and into the night. So Sonic Valentine's everywhere. Right? So there's so many things that we want to share. I'll just say, one of the reasons this is so special to us is, of course, Humanities Team. We're a 23-year-old 501c3 nonprofit, and our message from the beginning is we are all one, right? With the earth, with each other, with the divine, the cosmos, the universe. And a key message here is, we heal the earth, we heal ourself, we heal ourself, we heal the earth. It's a vibrational universe. This is world sound healing. It's a vibrational universe, a quantum universe, as Jonathan was just sharing. And of course, that means then that it's more than just about me out in the world, that when we open our heart and we're in service and we see our connection, our interdependence, interrelatedness, an interconnected world, that's when we feel so great, right? That's the delicious life, the ecstatic life that Joseph Campbell talked about. So I want to just invite Jonathan and Andy to come on and share about. We're going to start with just this day and how it got started and its history and so on. And there's just so much more that we want to get to. There's just packing the hour, including a special video right at the top of the hour or a little before. We're going to show you a special video that speaks to the activity that's going on all over the earth. This is not just me and Jonathan and Andy sitting by ourselves celebrating World Sound Healing Day. Oh my goodness, there are people all over the earth that are a part of this World Sound Healing Day with their activities, their celebrations, and so on. We're going to tell you about them. And let me just go over to Jonathan and Andy to get that discussion started here.
Oh. Well, Steve, hello, and hello, everyone. And we are delighted to be here.
Indeed, it is just a great blessing. And thanks to everyone. We want to thank you, and we want to thank Jim, who's handling this. We want to thank our beloved Alex Sims, who is with me, created a lot of the mojo and the magic behind manifesting this. And while it takes a village, there's some key players, and we're grateful for that. Steve, there's stuff going on throughout the planet, and there are people, just lots of people tuning into this broadcast. And I just want to say, stay with us, because at 5 minutes of the hour, we are going to begin doing what we call the Global Unified Heart Activation event, which is really designed to send, as you say, a sonic Valentine to our beloved Gaia matrix, the planet Earth. And this is actually going to be measured by the Global Consciousness Project. We'll be talking more about this later, because there's so many different things to fill in.
Well, and this is, Steve, our 23rd World Sound Healing Day. And like you were mentioning at the beginning, literally there are thousands upon thousands of people that are all holding the intention today of utilizing their sound with their intention to send out frequencies of healing and love and bringing our planet, our beloved planet, into a higher consciousness. Yeah. And so we feel so grateful to be able to be sharing this. So thank you very much for this opportunity and the format of Humanities Team. We love you guys.
And let me share, I forgot to shout out to John and Summer Raymer and Sign.network. They're broadcasting this all over the world right now as well. Sign.network, you can Google them. They're doing incredible healing work of their own, compassion games, etc. And uh, also, this one of the things that Jonathan and Andy share is that beyond just when we heal ourselves, we heal the world. They share that this is about elevating consciousness and healing the planet and healing the water. So if you go to the World Sound Healing site, and I encourage you to do that, you'll see these key themes. Let's elevate consciousness. Let's heal the planet. Let's heal humankind. Let's heal the waters. In today's world, wow. I mean, isn't this the thing we all want to lean into? That we're empowered. We're the one, we're the one. We're going to bring it to our home, to our workplace, to the country. And Jonathan and Andy, oh my God, these two are just the most amazing pioneers and leaders with their World Sound Healing Day that we're so grateful in Humanities Team to be part of this.
Oh, beautiful, Steve. And, yeah, worldsoundhealingday.org. People can go there, and there is a plethora of groups and presentations and so many things that people can join in today to put their frequencies, to put their intentions of healing out onto our planet.
And we're going to be talking more about that after we do the guided meditation that the global, if you like, Sonic Valentine. But for the moment, I'd like to just go back in memory lane to, it was actually the, shortly after 9/11, I sort of tracked this back, that we were in deep meditation and a voice said, you've been working with using sound for personal healing, and that's great, continue. But now we want you to bring in the energy of planetary healing. We thought that's a great idea. And then transmission got cut off. We had to kind of try to figure out how to do that. And ultimately we decided, first of all, that we would do one day where people throughout the world would make a sound. We decided the sound would be the ah sound, the sound of, if you like, love in the heart chakra. And the day we went for was Valentine's Day, a day initially filled with love. We figured we would have a good vibrational platform. And the very first World Sound Healing Day was in 2003. And that one we worked with using a global ah sound, such as we're going to be doing at noontime, New York time, which is, again, we've sort of come back to that because in the years we've expanded a great deal. Andy, you want to
Well, we have had so many iterations of World Sound Healing Day. As Jonathan was just saying, we started out toning the ah sound at 12 o'clock noon Eastern time. And then we expanded it to wherever you are in the world at 12 o'clock noon. Then we just opened it up to whatever sound, whether, you're toning, whether you've got a poem that you want to share, whether you have a meditation, a guided meditation. I mean, we even have people that are doing jazz concerts now. Right. So we have just whatever sound, as long as we are holding that intention. And I just want to mention the formula that we really hold, which is frequency plus intent equals healing. And Jonathan came up with this formula, I think about 45 years ago. And boy, it is just so relevant because it is our intention coupled with our sound that really shifts and changes the field.
And I'd just like to suggest for a moment that, as you're saying, ultimately our goal is sort of to create some sort of waveform that interacts with the, if you like, waveform of the planet, the frequency of the planet, the field of the planet, what we call the Gaia matrix, in order to ultimately sort of shift the consciousness of all sentient beings. Because Steve, I think, and I know that you agree, that if we work together collaboratively, we can do the impossible. And that happens when we start acting nice to each other, when we start acting compassionate and not divisive. And by shifting and elevating our consciousness, this is all possible.
Just to bring in one thing that Andy was sharing, remember, as we were coming on, she was saying, let's just be in the flow. And this is exactly what Jonathan's talking about here, is just being in the flow. When we all have a daily practice. That's why you're watching, right? It's World Sound Healing Day. We're conscious. We have a daily practice, and our daily practice brings us into that flow of, oh my God, I feel this beautiful connection with the universe, the divine, the earth, each other. And then it's just like floating on a raft all day. We're still with plenty of challenges. Those don't go away, but we're just in this flow where it's just this beautiful place, more wisdom center of the soul maybe than logic center of the mind. Just this beautiful place. And this frequency, intention plus frequency equals healing thing, where we're just going, everybody can be a healer, which is what your World Sound Healing Day is, where you're saying empowering people, yes, you are the one with your intention and your frequency. And even, I wonder if we should just invite people to send out a sonic boom right now, we'll all day long.
All day long.
All day
time. Woo, here we go. Oh my God. A Horton Hears the Who moment.
Right. Well, one of the things that we like to talk about when we teach is simply that if you can encode intentionality on any sound, then even the conversational voice can be a healing sound if you project compassion and kindness into it.
Well, and also, Steve, today, of course, is World Sound Healing Day. So, we have that very focused intention, but we always say every day is World Sound Healing Day, because every day we can be in that flow and set intentions that we will utilize our sounds for healing. And like Jonathan just said, even the conversational voice. And so, healing is what we are all about and why we are all here on this planet. So now it's up to us to send that healing to our planet and to every sentient being on our planet. And that is our desire. That is our goal. That is our intention for today.
Wilmy, a beautiful thing too, people often ask me, as I know they do you, is, Steve, there's a happiness pyramid and you're kind of talking about the top of the pyramid. I say, no, no, this is the top of the pyramid. Oh my goodness. When I was a student, in grade school, when I was a janitor, when I was pumping gasoline, this was the beautiful life. It's something we can all embrace. It's the whole pyramid, right? We can all be in flow. And isn't it the most delicious, ecstatic place to be?
Yes, it not only really is, but there's an aspect to me that thinks that it should be mandatory that we're in a place of ecstasy, because by golly, it really has to do with the way that we perceive of reality, because there are always going to be pitfalls occurring along the way. But if we don't focus on that, if we just give thanks for all the extraordinary things that are happening, we get elevated in our consciousness. It's such an easy gift for ourselves and for the planet and for other people.
And we bring World Sound Healing Day so that each and every person has that opportunity to really focus on that healing and bringing their love to everyone they come in contact with. So today is a great day, and we're really excited because the Global Consciousness Project that was started by Roger Nelson, now Roland McCready is taking that over. We've been in touch with both of them, and they are going to actually be tracking the consciousness rising of what is going to happen today. And Jonathan, I know you want to talk a little bit about that.
I'm going to like to talk about the science of it more later. Right now, just get into a little nitty gritty about the fact that you were mentioning a daily practice and all that stuff. And one of the things that I was guided this year, my inner guidance, because no question, World Sound Healing Day has been something that's been initiated from some level of consciousness in order to help other people. I said, well, you need to really focus more intention, begin personally to return back to the global toning experience, because that really was your initial concept. And Steve, it's so interesting. First of all, just this is ancient. This is ancient, the idea of using sound and also using consciousness to try to shift and change the planet. There's an ancient Kabbalistic term called tikkun olam, which means repairing the world. So this is ancient. This is biblically ancient. And it's, I think, encoded in all of us. We all want to take part, and this is just giving people the opportunity. And there are so many other events, such as your fabulous global oneness summits, and there are all these global pulses and other activities that are designed to shift the frequency. So what a blessing. This year, also, I was guided to create a 7-day preparation program so that people could download and begin to sort of really repair. Because one of the things that we have learned in terms of changing energy and working with the Global Consciousness Project and other ways to track the field, that it's not necessarily the quantity of the people. In other words, not how many, but rather the quality. It's been suggested by different sources that some people suggest that it's the square root of 1% of the population, which would be 8,000 people. Other people perceive, I know you've talked about that as well, that just a few really conscious beings can offset the energetics of a lot of people who are working in anger and fear. And what a blessing that is. So if we can simply approach this with a high consciousness, giving thanks, breathing, resonating with a deep level of understanding, we're in good shape.
We're in real good shape if we can do that. And I know that we have at the top of the hour, we are going to be sharing a global guided meditation that we're calling the Global Unified Heart Activation. And that is going to be happening coming up shortly. So we want everyone to stay with us. And I know we want to talk a little bit about the Global Unified Heart Activation.
Let me say something real quick here, which is because we're bringing in, Jonathan was talking about today's world and, what is our invitation here? And this is World Sound Healing Day. And as we know, politics is a bit challenging in today's world, and more than politics, right? There's actually, look out your window, right? There are plenty of challenges out there. But as is being emphasized here, our attention is our intention. So this is the thing is we don't need to go there in terms of, some other power dynamic or something. What we want to do, our attention is our intention. It's just everybody, all 8 billion people can live in this delicious space, this Joseph Campbell called a static place, where we come into, we're in this daily practice. We're feeling this connection. We're having this intention. Our attention is focused on these kinds of things. We're sending sonic valentines to the earth, to each other. If this sounds pie in the sky, let me promise you it is not. It is not. I know Andy and Jonathan, and I've known them for years. They're dear friends. And Humanities team and in their World Sound Healing community, and with all the people that they instruct, and their hundreds of thousands all over the world. This is the way we all live. So this is an invitation. This is a big invitation to live this way, like is said, not just one day, but every day, every day. And before we know it, we create a tipping point, and World Sound Healing Day becomes, and just like Global Oneness Day, becomes the new norm, where we're living in this flow state. And wasn't that the invitation of life anyway? And I'll go back over to Jonathan with that.
Nice. Well, Steve, I want to suggest that in about 5 minutes, we're going to begin watching this video. And this video was the result of, I'm just going to tell you folks about it simply because it features, first of all, a guided meditation that Andy's doing. And this guided meditation creates what is called heart-brain coherence, among other things. And what heart-brain coherence, which is, blessed be the result seemingly of HeartMath and a lot of their research, although it's a phenomenon that has occurred throughout time, but they've really proven it. And once people prove it. They go, oh, it's real. But it's the idea that the heart and the brain can resonate and vibrate together. And when that happens, our electromagnetic field gets greater, gets much greater, 50 times greater, 500 times, maybe even a whole lot more than that. And then when we work with the energy of sound, we can literally amplify that even more, because there's, if you like, there's a reason why the different prayers on our planet are vocalized, or chanted, whispered, spoken, or sung. That's because prayer amplifies is amplified by the power of sound,
Well, and when we talk about heart-brain coherence and really expanding our electromagnetic field, the way in which we get into coherence is through our breathing and also through our intention of positivity. When we can hold the intentions of appreciation, of gratitude, of love, and we're breathing and we're focusing on our heart energy, then we add sound to it and it amplifies that even more. And that's the opportunity that we are getting ready in just a few moments to share with everyone.
And we're going to be working with the ah sound. So we want everybody to, even if you get really pulled into a deep state of being, which this recording has got a lot of different psychoacoustic frequencies on it, that'll put you into a very deep state of consciousness. We want you, when this ah sound starts being sounded, to sound along with it, because believe it or not, this field is picked up by others, and you'll be able to, at home, feel the power that this has created. And the ah sound, again, is found at the heart center. Ah, it's a sound we make when we're in love. Ah, it's a sound that's found in so many of the God and Goddess names: Buddha, Krishna, Yaheshua, all the ah sounds, ma, pa, pa, ah. So the ah really has a natural resonance there. And then with this one, working with Dr. Jeffrey Thompson, who is the director of the Center for Neuroacoustic Research, we took this recording and then treated it with a lot of interesting psychoacoustic sounds that cause the brain to go into deep states of high elevation. And there are sounds that put us in touch with the earth, the Schumann resonance, and others are sounds in it that basically put us into a deep state of theta and delta. There are also whale sounds, which are natural whale sounds, and the whales are the great sound carriers of the planet. And there are all these other sounds, Tibetan bowls. So I think that as people listen to this recording, they will really be entranced and enchanted by it, but we want to make sure that you make a sound along with us.
Right. And also when you are toning along with us with that ah sound, it's to really stay in your comfort zone, and louder is not better, more is not better, but just to be in that place of your comfort in your heart area. And we'll be guiding you through each step of the way of the guided meditation. And it is during this time that the Global Consciousness Project will be tracking it.
So in about a minute or so, we're going to be getting into doing this. So folks, just right before we begin, take a nice deep breath and really realize that you are about to engage in an extraordinary experience along with so many others on the planet, with our purpose of interfacing, communicating, and elevating the consciousness of the field of our planet. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy World Sound Healing Day. It's time for us to take off.
Okay, here's our Sonic Valentine moment, and our video comes on right now.
The purpose for this meditation is to project a sound encoded with the energies of light and love, and project healing to the Gaia Matrix, our beloved planet Earth. We will first create coherence between our heart and our brain. This effect will further be amplified by the power of the sound ah that you will be toning along with later, bringing more light and love into your body, mind, and spirit for health and wellness. And now, begin to focus on your breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. Slowly breathing in and out. And as you're breathing in and out, imagine or visualize that you're breathing in and out through your heart. As you're breathing in and out through the area of your heart, remembering that it is love that breathes each breath, and it is love that causes each beat of our heart. Continue breathing slowly, breathing in and out in this manner. And now, I'd like you to call to mind something that has brought you a great deal of appreciation, gratitude, something that you are feeling very good about. This might be an experience with another person. Perhaps it's a beautiful sunset. It may be a beloved pet, a spouse. But it is something that has brought you loving kindness and gratitude and appreciation. And as you're breathing in and out through your heart, feeling this appreciation, feeling this gratitude, you're creating a beautiful coherence between your heart and your brain. And your heart, through this coherence, is expanding, getting larger and larger, and connecting with all the heart and loving energy on our planet in this moment. This is just a wonderful way of creating a very powerful heart activation, and you'll be amplifying this with the sound ah. Continue breathing slowly and deeply while feeling appreciation and gratitude, and imagining your breath going in and out through your heart. Now, visualize this energy and begin to sense a radiant light around you that is permeating every cell of your body and resonating your heart chakra. In a moment, we'll begin to gently sound forth with the ah sound together. And as you do this, visualize the planet Earth as a holographic image floating in front of you. Imagine bathing the Earth in a healing field of light and love that you are creating through your sacred sound. Now, let us begin to make the heart sound ah together, bringing the energy of global harmonization, peace, and healing to our beloved planet, Earth. visualizing all the light and love through sound that you have manifested, resonating and bringing to earth and yourself to a deep state of healing. personal and planetary healing.
Wow, did that feel good? Nice flow, huh, Andy and Jonathan? What a beautiful sonic Valentine that was.
Yes, and still a little spacey, Steve, but I could definitely feel the energetics of all the people interfacing with the field because, as we know, we are all one.
Right. And we were just talking, Steve, Jonathan, and myself, before we came on air, that we are all one. And when we are sounding together, just as we've done, the hormone oxytocin is emitted, and that is the trust hormone. And so there is this feeling of connection and that dissolving of the separation that holds us. We are one. And I'm hoping that we all felt that with this meditation.
Well, just to enter this into the as we, of course, we create master classes with so many. You all have the most beautiful master classes on Humanity Stream Plus, and we work with mediums and the near-death experience community too, of course. And they share when we return to the non-physical. This is all there is. So if it feels familiar, that might be why. I came from that and I returned to that. And many share that's actually why we're here now, is to manifest it in the physical form, which is what we just experienced. And Andy, you're so right. Oh my gosh, talking about an ecstatic moment, huh? Oh, where we feel that oneness.
Mm. Wow. Steve, a shout out also to all the people who are doing events on the planet throughout this day. Andy's going to tell you about a few of them, but it's just amazing. This has become like, if you like, a great smorgasbord of sacred sound happening in so many different places. And if you go to worldsoundhealingday.org and you go to the events portal, you can just see all these different events that are happening. And oftentimes you can just click on the event and experience them. But it's great. It's become an opportunity for all these people in the sound community sort of to give praise to the Earth Mother.
And of course, they have created presentations in their local communities. They've created presentations that are online, and all people can go and find, go into our portal on worldsoundhealingday.org and find some of the groups or the presentations and connect with those other folks there. And Jonathan, I just want to share that throughout the planet, as we speak today, there are presentations and groups gathering and so many places. And I want to just read off a few of those. One of the ones that we were so amazed, in the pyramids of Gaza, there is a World Sound Healing Day event.
Pyramids of Giza, not Gaza.
Giza, excuse me, Giza. There is, right, well, there should be one in Gaza too.
Right, you betcha.
Last year we did have one in Ukraine. So, but anyway, we've got St. Petersburg, Russia.
Which is amazing. Yeah.
We've got Siberia. Now, can you imagine Siberia? Thank you, Siberia. We've got so many in the United States. My goodness, we've got half the states are doing events today. California, Washington, Colorado, Florida, Tennessee. And of course, we have so many places in Europe, Germany, Ireland, many places in the UK, and Taiwan, Italy, the Netherlands, Finland, Singapore, New Zealand, Canada, South Africa. So we just give a heartfelt thank you and blessing to all of these people who are participating today in World Sound Healing Day.
We have a group of people who are locally there, and they've gathered together at the Colorado Alternative Wellness Center to basically take part in this. And that's, and that I'm sure is happening in other places too. What a blessing. So people are really, I don't want to say any excuse to gather in the name of oneness, but by gosh, by golly, this is a wondrous excuse to do it. So every day should be World Sound Healing Day, but at least one day to celebrate this through our sacred sound, giving praises to the divine. What a blessing. The Earth Mother is divine.
Well, and I want to go back to the whole theme of oneness, because today, and just in the global unified heart activation that we just did, and all throughout this day, we are all so connected. And there is the oneness energy that we all belong to. And here we are in it at this moment.
Feels so good. Let me ask you, first of all, what an impressive list of these countries all over the world that are participating, and states. What are some of the kinds of activities that are going on where you bring in just examples of some of the things they're doing? And again, to viewers, worldsoundhealingday.org. So do go to the site worldsoundhealingday.org and participate in some of these activities, because they're set up for you to virtually participate in many cases.
Well, among other things, probably the most predominant is a phenomena called sound bath. And people are doing crystal bowls, a lot of crystal bowl stuff, gong stuff, Tibetan bowls, a lot of drum stuff, a lot of combinations of sacred instruments. And then, of course, there's some really amazing sound music masters who are doing literally on their keyboard. One fellow's doing this incredibly called, I think, Harmonies of Light, where he literally channels the energies of light through the sounds, and while these lights are doing it. And blessed be, Zoom and other modalities have really allowed us to be able to travel around the world in an instant and be interconnected with so many different people at a pretty high level of technology these days. How cool is that?
Yeah, and all of the events that Jonathan just shared, I know that there are people doing beautiful guided sound meditations that people can join in on. People are reading poems. Whatever happens.
Tibetan monk chanting.
Yes. Lama Tashi is offering an event as well. So there's just a plethora of opportunity that everyone, and it's all free. You can just go right on to the website and click through the portal and find a group or find an experience that, oh, I think I'd like to try this. Oh, I think I'd like to try that. But it is going on the entire day. So
the albums that you all have put out, I have these, and we play them in the home. And it's just like getting on an elevator, just vibrationally. You just go straight up. Oh my gosh. Which is why this World Sound Healing Day and sound healing just is so special. Because in today's world, it's all about setting that high vibration, right? That's what our daily practice is too, setting that high vibration, anchoring there, and then being in that state of flow throughout the day. And this music just takes you there. Boy, if there's ever a hard moment, grab one of Jonathan and Andy's albums or tapes or CDs, or go to a streaming service where they're on all the streaming services. And oh my gosh, you will go there and just such a beautiful place, such a healing place, joyful place.
Well, Steve, it's really interesting because sound has always been known to be able to shift consciousness. And now I'm certainly, there are many others who are able to work with sound and work with sacred sound, which is encoded by itself, encoded with, if you like, divine intention. And then you add phenomena of an understanding of how sound affects the body, the brain, the etheric fields. You put that all together and you're able to create quite a nice sonic cocktail that can elevate consciousness. And you're right, just a couple of minutes can really make your day. And if you're in kind of a down space, some of the stuff can all of a sudden put you in touch with the divine, with the aspect of oneness. I want to just for a moment mention about the science that we were talking about. I mentioned it a little bit and I said I'd get back to it. And I just want to say that the Global Consciousness Project, and there are other, but this is so interesting because what they initially did, a fellow by the name of Roger Nelson found that they created a computer program that created basically zeros and ones, which is very digital. And normally, if you flipped a coin, you'd get 50 heads and 50 tails. And indeed, out of 100 times, you get 50 zeros and 50 ones. But when people were meditating and trying and working with events of high compassion, these numbers became askew. And all of a sudden they could be charted. So what would be normally 50 zeros, 50 ones would be a flat line. But if it's askew, you can chart it. And oftentimes, like events such as World Sound Healing Day will look like a sort of a mountain range because there's something going on. And it's so interesting because we're talking about not only events of high compassion, but not events of high excitement or fear or anger. Those things register a bit, but not nearly. In other words, love trumps anger. Love trumps fear. Love is the kingpin or queen pin of all the emotional energy forms, and it's the glue of the universe, and well, maybe the fiber and structure of the universe. What a blessing.
Well, and Jonathan, and along those lines, I love to say that our beautiful mentor, beloved divine mother of sound who has passed on, Sarah Benson, taught us that the true sound of healing is love. And so if we can just hold that intention, what a blessing for not only ourselves and those around us, but for the entire planet.
Boy, let me say too, because people could think, oh, we're just sort of out there with something that is kind of not necessarily relevant to daily life. And I just think there's nothing that could be more relevant in today's world, more relevant to daily life than what we're talking about. Because people want to know, gosh, what is again, there are all these challenges out in the world, and people say, what is the remedy? How do we heal? How do we create this path to conscious living in 2040 or in the moment? And this is it. This is how we do it. And we can live in this state all day long, can't we? And it's not that challenges go away, but and this is, I know, your work and in your community, right, Jonathan and Andy, that people, this is how we live, is in this state of connection, of oneness, of love, of joy. You could call it an ecstatic moment, right? And it's an all day long thing. This isn't just a one day thing at all.
It's sort of a way of being, Steve. And on a level, this brings us to the fact that right now, there's so much divisiveness occurring on this planet, so much pointing fingers at the other person and going, you're wrong or whatnot. And by gosh and by golly, as we were saying in the beginning, we need to cooperate and work together because human consciousness can do the impossible if we work together. And we can't accomplish very much if we're at odds with each other, which is, you do Global Oneness Summit, design. Recently, a couple of weeks ago, our friend Lynn McTaggart did one of her intention experiments, and that was focused on reducing crime and whatnot in specific areas. So really, with our consciousness, we can create all sorts of positive shifts and changes.
Yeah, we look at what one Buddha did 2,500 years ago, or one Jesus did 2,000 years ago. Now, okay, are we saying, with millions, hundreds of millions of us all over the earth, we can't elevate life and living? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Of course we can. And Thich Nhat Hanh and others, this is what the future is, right? It is a collective thing. That's what World Sound Healing Day is and Global Oneness Day. It's that we can do it. We are doing it. We are doing it. That's why this is so important. Where we really today affirm that, oh boy, I'm already doing this, but I'm going to stretch into it more, higher priority. I'm going to create this healing, health, and well-being for myself. And as you mentioned, everybody you touch, there's a ripple effect here, which is why World Sound Healing Day is so special.
Yes. And, and going back to the theme of love, I think that one of the most important things is to somehow realize and remember that we are these magnificent beings of love. And when we can embody that, that's what then goes out to the planet. So holding that self-love is a huge first step in how do we heal. That's a beautiful way. And it's sort of reminding me of, just being kind and loving. And I know the Dalai Lama says, just be nice.
Yeah. Just want to chime in and say that you mentioned the Buddha and Jesus. And I was thinking we are at a time now of great awakening. And certainly some people are waiting for the return of the Messiah or the Maitreya. But I'd like to suggest another possibility is that these energetic forms are literally the result of a group awakened consciousness. We are the ones who create the change through this awareness, through this awakening.
Yes, we are. And I think you wanted me to share a little bit here because this hour went fast. What a beautiful hour. That video, again, what an extraordinary video. So thank you for that. What a treat. So worldsoundhealingday.org, worldsoundhealingday.org. I want to just invite everybody, please go there, tie into the events. There, as was mentioned, this global consciousness elevation is being measured today. So just send these sonic Valentines out, with abandon. Yes, and of course, we have our own Valentine. But, in today's world, why would we not want to make this a huge priority? Where we're sending solid Valentines out to the earth and each other and friends, foes, people that don't like us, right? To everybody. I just want to say that this is such a special partnership here with Jonathan and Andy. They actually live in Boulder, Colorado, too. So dear friends, and I just have so much respect for them, this work that they've been doing where they really pioneered sound healing. Today, as we know, it's everywhere. But it wasn't when they came into it. They were guided to, start this sound healing thing. Be pioneers, get it going, and boy, is it going. So we are doing a special event in May, right here in Colorado, May 8 to 10. Mother's Day is May 11. And as we know, more divine feminine, don't we? Okay, so good. May 8 to May 10, right before Mother's Day, big program live in Colorado. It's called Sacred Awakening Live. And Jonathan and Andy are giving keynotes there, bringing in sound healing. So if you're on the Humanities Team, that's with a Y, humanitiesteam.org email list, you'll see. In fact, today we're going out with our first opportunity to purchase tickets to be live. There are 500 people the facility holds, Drake Center in Fort Collins. And but unlimited live stream. So from anywhere in the world, you can participate. And you're going to see Jonathan and Andy again. And then on Global Oneness Day, which we've talked a little bit about, it's actually now a Global Oneness Summit. That's in October. Jonathan and Andy always participate in that. You'll see them again. And it's important, this partnership, because when we talk about Global Oneness Day, you get into, well, what does that mean? And what are its applications? Well, what have we been talking about here? We're getting into all of these beautiful applications that, this is why oneness is important. It's the feeling of oneness. It's how we emotionally connect and come into service, open our hearts, right? Create the delicious lives. And sound healing has such an important role. It has such an important role. So Global Oneness Day, Sacred Awakening Live, be sure to tune in. And just on this topic of oneness and sound healing, when you go to worldsoundhealingday.org or you go to globalonenesssummit.org or humanitiesteam.org, you'll see lots of free programs, activities you can participate in. On the Humanities Team site up at the top left, it has programs. Pull down the free programs prompt, and you'll see all of these free programs that you can participate in. And then, of course, we have the largest streaming platform right now for consciousness raising masterclasses and transformational education. It's called Humanity Stream Plus. And Jonathan and Andy have all of these incredible programs on Humanity Stream Plus. It's actually, of course, it's a platform and a streaming device, but first and foremost, it's actually a community, because just like what we're doing here now, it's a community. It's coming together. It's talking, celebrating, empowering, inspiring, right, each other, which is what this whole oneness thing is about. And I think we're about out of time. So I want to thank Jonathan and Andy for letting me come in to their really beautiful and important celebration. They let me do this last year too. Thank you so much.
Oh, Steve, thank you.
My partners and colleagues, Jim Gray, who's here, Garth Catterall. There's so many, Carissa, Colette, Dee, Andy, Karen. I'm just giving first names because there are way too many, and I don't want to get as many names in as I can. Nanette. So thank you guys for helping to make Humanities Team what it is. I've got beautiful partners and colleagues. And with that, we're going to go off the air, but don't turn off World Sound Healing Day. Go to worldsoundhealingday.org, get connected, and send these sonic valentines all day long. I know you'll be pleased that you did. And we'll be back live Wednesday next week, as you know, at 8:30 a.m., 11:30 p.m. Eastern, 8:30 a.m. Pacific, where we come on with live programs, mostly hosted by Carissa Sims now. So be sure to check out our program this coming Wednesday. Okay, love and peace and blessings, everybody.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone who joined us today. Thank you, Humanities Team and Steve. And thank you, Healing Sounds and Alex Sims.
HealingSounds.com.
And just remember, we heal ourselves.
We heal the planet.
We heal the planet.
We heal ourselves.
Blessings to everyone.
Okay, thank you all. Love and peace and blessings, everybody. Thanks for joining us. On to